My dear friend, have you ever felt a mysterious force pulling at your heart, a deep inner knowing that you are meant for something far greater than what your eyes can see? It's not just a passing thought or a fleeting moment of inspiration. No, it's something that lingers, something that tugs at your very soul. It's a divine calling, one that whispers to you, urging you to step into the fullness of who you were created to be. This isn't just about achieving success or reaching personal goals. This is about destiny, your destiny. God Himself has placed a unique calling on your life, a purpose so powerful that it will not only transform you, but will impact the lives of countless others. Today, I'm here to tell you that you were not just born to exist. You were born to change the world. Let that sink in for a moment. You are destined to change the world. And today, we're going to explore how you can step into this incredible calling, a calling that will awaken your spirit, ignite your heart, and lead you into a life of purpose and fulfillment beyond your wildest dreams. There comes a time in every person's life when the heart begins to stir and a deep restlessness takes hold. You may look around at the life you've built, your career, your relationships, your achievements, and yet there's a nagging feeling inside you, a feeling that whispers, there's more. You were made for more. Have you felt that? That aching? That desire to break free from the ordinary? That's the call. It's the divine whisper of God beckoning you to step out of the shadows and into the light of your true purpose. You see, God didn't create you for mediocrity. You weren't meant to live a life of just enough. You were meant for greatness. And the truth is that greatness isn't just about worldly success. It's about stepping into the purpose that God has designed for you from the very beginning of time. God's call on your life is personal. It's unique. He sees the potential in you that you might not even see in yourself. You may look at your life and think, why would God choose me? But here's the thing. God doesn't call the perfect. He calls the willing. He calls those who have a heart open to His purpose, even when they feel unworthy. That restlessness you feel isn't something to ignore. It's God knocking on the door of your heart, inviting you to step into something so much bigger than yourself. Don't push it aside. Lean into it. Recognize that this is the beginning of something extraordinary. Once you feel the stirring of that divine call, you might also feel the weight of it. Let me tell you, stepping into your God-given purpose isn't always easy. It's not a path of comfort, but a path of transformation, sacrifice, and growth. But my dear friend, this is where the magic happens. This is where God begins to do His greatest work in you. You may feel unqualified. You may feel like you're not ready. But here's the good news. God doesn't wait for you to be ready. He doesn't call those who are already equipped. He equips those He calls. He knows your doubts, your fears, and your insecurities, but He calls you anyway because He sees something in you that you may not even see in yourself. Think about Moses. He was a man full of doubt. When God called him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, Moses didn't feel capable. He doubted his ability to speak, to lead, to fulfill the calling placed upon him. But God didn't call Moses because of his qualifications. He called him because of his heart. And through Moses' obedience, miracles happened. The same is true for you. God is calling you not because you have all the answers, but because He sees in you the potential to become something far greater than you can imagine. And here's the truth. This journey won't always be easy, but with every challenge, God will strengthen you. With every step you take in faith, He will provide what you need to keep moving forward. This is your moment to say yes. Yes to the unknown. Yes to the uncomfortable. Yes to the journey that will lead you to the life you were meant to live. The weight of destiny is heavy, but it's also filled with divine purpose and unimaginable joy. Faith is the foundation of everything you will do in this journey. And faith doesn't mean you have all the answers. It means trusting in the one who does. The Bible tells us in Hebrews 11:1, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Faith is believing that God's plan is better than anything you could ever dream up for yourself. Maybe right now, you're standing at a crossroads. You know God is calling you to step out, but you're afraid. You're unsure. Let me tell you, that's okay. God doesn't expect you to have it all figured out. He just asks for your trust. He asks that you take that first step in faith and trust that He will guide your every move. Remember Peter, when he stepped out of the boat to walk on water, he did the impossible. As long as his eyes were fixed on Jesus, he walked on water. But the moment he let fear distract him, he began to sink. This is a powerful reminder for us. When we keep our eyes on God, when we trust in His plan, we can do things that seem impossible. But when we let fear and doubt creep in, we begin to sink. So today, I ask you, what is your boat? What comfort zone do you need to step out of to fully embrace the life God has for you? Maybe it's fear of failure. Maybe it's doubt about your abilities. Whatever it is, it's time to take that step in faith. God is calling you to something bigger, something greater, and He will be with you every step of the way. Fear, doubt. These two enemies will try to stop you from stepping into your purpose. And let's be honest, fear is powerful. It can paralyze you. It can make you question everything about yourself and your future. But here's the thing, fear doesn't come from God. Fear is the enemy's way of keeping you from your destiny. The Bible tells us in 2 Timothy chapter 1:7, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." You, my friend, were not created to live in fear. You were created to walk in power, to walk in love, to walk in the confidence that comes from knowing God is for you. Yes, there will be moments when doubt creeps in. Yes, there will be times when you feel afraid. But let me tell you, courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of fear. It's trusting that even when you don't see the whole picture, God does. It's believing that no matter how big the challenges seem, God is bigger. David, the shepherd boy who became a king, faced giants, literal and figurative, but he didn't let fear stop him. He didn't let doubt paralyze him. He stepped into battle with nothing but a sling, some stones, and his faith in God. And with that faith, he defeated Goliath. What giants are you facing today? What obstacles seem too big, too impossible to overcome? Let me remind you, no giant is too big for our God. When He calls you to a purpose, He gives you everything you need to conquer every obstacle in your path. Don't let fear win. Don't let doubt hold you back. The battle is worth fighting, and victory is already yours in Jesus' name. Here's something beautiful about answering God's call. When you say yes to Him, you are saying yes to transformation. You won't be the same person you were when you started this journey. God will mold you, shape you, and refine you into the person He created you to be. Transformation is not always easy. In fact, it can be painful. It requires you to let go of things that no longer serve you. It requires you to confront your weaknesses and allow God to strengthen you in those areas. But through this process, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your divine purpose. Think about a diamond. It starts as a piece of coal, rough and unrefined, but under intense pressure and heat, it transforms into something beautiful, something priceless. The same is true for you. The pressures you face, the challenges you endure, they are refining you, transforming you into the masterpiece God created you to be. Don't shy away from the process. Embrace it. Allow God to do His work in you. And trust that when the time is right, you will emerge from the fire, ready to step fully into the purpose for which you were created. One of the most beautiful truths about God's calling is that it is uniquely designed for you. No one else has your exact purpose. No one else has your gifts, your talents, your story. God created you with a specific mission in mind, and only you can fulfill it. You don't have to compare yourself to others. You don't have to wonder if you're good enough or if you measure up. God knew exactly what He was doing when He created you. He equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your divine assignment. Think about Jesus' disciples. They weren't scholars or religious leaders. They were fishermen, tax collectors, ordinary people with extraordinary purposes. And through their obedience, they changed the world. God took their willingness and turned it into something incredible. He will do the same with you. You are not just anyone. You are chosen. You are special. You are set apart for a purpose that is far greater than you can imagine. Embrace that truth. Lean into your uniqueness. Trust that God has designed your journey with precision, and He will guide you every step of the way. Here's something powerful to remember. Your calling isn't just about you. It's about the lives you are meant to touch. When you step into your God-given purpose, you become a vessel through which His love, His grace, and His truth flow to others. There are people out there right now who need what only you can offer. Your story, your experiences, your gifts. They were designed to impact others in ways that only you can. When you say yes to God, you're not just stepping into your own destiny. You're stepping into a position where you can help others discover theirs. Never underestimate the power of your obedience. You may not see the full impact of your calling right away, but trust me, it's happening. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every step of faith, it's making a difference in someone's life. Think about the ripple effect. When you drop a pebble in the water, the ripples extend far beyond the point of impact. The same is true for your life. The ripple effect of your obedience will touch people in ways you may never fully understand. But know this, God is using you to change the world, one life at a time. I want you to understand something deeply important. Your calling has eternal significance. What you are doing here on earth isn't just for the here and now, it's for eternity. The lives you touch, the love you share, the gospel you spread, it all echoes in eternity. When you step into your purpose, you are building a legacy that will last far beyond your lifetime. You are planting seeds that will bear fruit for generations to come. This is why it's so important to stay faithful to God's call, even when the road is tough. Think about the legacy you want to leave behind. Do you want to be remembered as someone who played it safe, who let fear and doubt dictate their decisions? Or do you want to be remembered as someone who stepped out in faith, who trusted God, and who left a lasting impact on the world? The choice is yours. But remember this, the legacy you build through obedience to God's call will reverberate through eternity. What you are doing here on earth matters, not just now, but forever. Fear, it's something we all deal with. But here's what I want you to know. Fear is a liar. It will tell you that you're not good enough. It will whisper that you're not capable, that you're not worthy. But none of that is true. You were created for greatness. You were chosen by the Creator of the universe, and He doesn't make mistakes. Yes, there will be moments of fear. Yes, there will be times when doubt creeps in. But you don't have to let fear control you. You don't have to let doubt paralyze you. God has given you the strength to rise above it. Remember what He says in Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. God is with you, always, in every step, in every battle, in every moment of doubt. He is there, guiding you, supporting you, and giving you the courage to keep moving forward. So, my dear friend, don't let fear hold you back. Step out in faith. Trust that God is leading you into something beautiful, something life-changing, and know that He will never leave your side. Finally, let's talk about the joy of living in your purpose. When you say yes to God's call, when you step into the life He has designed for you, there is a joy that fills your heart, a joy that nothing in this world can take away. This joy doesn't come from external success or worldly achievements. It comes from knowing that you are living the life you were created to live. It comes from seeing the lives you are touching, the hope you are spreading, the love you are sharing. There is no greater joy than walking in alignment with God's will. Yes, there will be challenges. Yes, there will be hardships. But through it all, there will be an abiding joy that sustains you, that lifts you, that fills you with peace. So I ask you, are you ready to step into that joy? Are you ready to say yes to the calling God has placed on your life? This is your moment. This is your time. The world is waiting for you to step into your purpose. Will you answer the call? My dear friend, you were born for this. You were chosen by God for a purpose so powerful that it will change the world. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to say yes. If this message speaks to your heart, if you feel that tug deep within, I invite you to take the next step. Subscribe to this channel. Join this community of faith. Together, we will walk this journey of purpose, courage, and transformation. Together, we will change the world. Remember, you are chosen, you are loved, and you are destined for greatness. May God bless you on this journey, and may you always remember that you are never walking alone.